this octagon of life. Together we will fight.
In the main event, at UFC Fight Night Vancouver, DeRitter and Allen fought, and in round one, DeRitter was able to control things completely on the ground. It looks like he was going to do that in round two, but then Allen reverse position and was able to land some ground and pound in round two. A similar thing ended up happening in round three. DeRitter was exhausted by the end of round three, even though it was Allen who took the fight on short notice. Allen got to take that in round four and control things on the ground. DeRitter could not continue after the end of the first round, and the fight was called off. It ends up being a fourth round TKO victory for Brendan Allen. Mike Malott accidentally landed a groin strike on Kevin Holland in round one. Holland took the 5 minutes, but he was not good to continue, but he said he was, and he finished the round even though he was not good to continue. He still wasn't good to continue in between rounds, but he still didn't stop and kept fighting. Unfortunately for him, he ended up losing a decision 29-28 victory for Mike Malott. He'll probably enter the rankings at number 15 on Tuesday. Eamon Zahabi wins a split decision over Marlon Chito Vera. It was 1-1 going into the third, and 2 of the 3 judges gave Zahabi round 3 to get the split decision victory. He'll move from number 9 to number 7 in the bantamweight rankings on Tuesday.
What do you want next, and how soon would you like to fight back in the octagon?
You know, I love being part of the UFC. Thank you to Sean Shelby and Dana White for always giving me these opportunities. I want Sean O'Malley next, baby. It's me and the Sugar Show.
How old were you in 2001? You were in fucking 4th grade when I was talking about MMA, when I was hosting an MMA show, when it wasn't even fucking cool, when you were probably going out there, you know, taking 2 bottles of fucking Modelo's and smashing them together, causing trouble. I was campaigning and fighting for this sport to be covered by people when you didn't even fucking know what MMA stood for.
Manfro knocks out Jasmine Devicious, dropped her, and then knocked her out on the ground, 1-13 into the contest. Charles Jourdain almost knocked out Davy Grant, but he survived the strikes, but he was not able to survive the guillotine. That's his move. He gets the victory with 157 left in the first round. He's won 3 fights in a row by guillotine and 4 of his last 5.
I know, I truly believe I have the best guillotine in the UFC. I'm not overconfident, but it's the best. And if I can put my knee in your face right before, it makes it even easier. It's the BMF belt, but now I'm a DILF, so the DMF belt could be on the line. I could be fighting Marcus McGee. He's a guy who just fought Peter Yan. Lefty, strong guy. Give me my shot at top 15 and I'll represent Canada.
Kyle Nelson wins a decision over Matt Favola. Everyone thought it was a first round stoppage at the end of the first round because with 3 seconds left in the round, the referee jumped in to stop the fight, but he thought the round ended. But this was at the same time when Kyle Nelson was landing big strikes, unanswered strikes to hurt Matt Favola. So very odd situation at the end of the first round, but in the end, Nelson gets the decision win. Robbery fight is over. Stop the fight with 3 seconds left. Dan clearly waves out the fight with 3 seconds left in round 1. Nelson should have been credited with the TKO victory. F this dude. Nelson got robbed of a first round TKO win. Dan Mergliata, I know he gambling. Nelson got screwed badly. How's this not a stoppage? Time on the clock.
I knew I had him hurt bad. I was thinking I better not go too crazy because I don't want to burn myself out. And then I see him turn away. His eyes are rolled into the back of his head. Both of his arms kind of straighten out off to one side. I'm like, he's done. So I'm going to go ahead and open up. I'm going to show the ref that he's not defending himself. And yeah, so I emptied the gas tank. Ref stepped in. I'm standing up. I'm celebrating. Matt is trying to stand up, kind of stumbling. So I go over to kind of help him back to his corner. And the ref's like, no. You got to go back to your corner. I'm like, okay, I was trying to be friendly or helpful, right? I get back to my corner, and then also somebody said the fight's not done. And I don't know, like I said, I emptied the gas tank. Like all my adrenaline was pumping, thinking the fight was over, and then we didn't even have the stool in. You know, I'm kind of celebrating with my corner. My fiance's coming in. Usually she waits till the end of the fight, and yeah, says like, no, you got to go again. Well, I'm like, can I get a drink of water? Like I catch my breath. That's kind of like, no, you're back. You're fighting again right away. So it was a bit of a roller coaster.
Dober gets a 3rd round TKO stoppage over Kyle Prepik, but it came right after a really bad groin shot that he lost a point for, but he gets the 3rd round stoppage with 3:45 left in the contest. Ariki Line just needed 20 seconds to stop. Cody Gibson landed a big right hand and strikes on the ground to get the stoppage in 20 seconds. Bruno Silva was the underdog against Park, but he was able to win all 3 rounds, and in the 3rd round, he was able to secure the rear naked choke submission victory. Jordan Santos wins the unanimous decision over Danny Barlow, 29-28. He came back to win the last 2 rounds after dropping the first.
Very happy. I worked so hard for this in my team, America Top Team, and I have just one thing to say. How dare you make me 3-1 underdog? I'm here to take over. Remember Dana White's words. I come in, I put this out fight, and I deserve the bonus. Yeah.
Stephanie Luciano wins by 3rd round rear naked choke over Raven Oliveira. Yusri as an underdog gets a 3rd round TKO stoppage over Azamat Bakoyev. Impressive UFC debut against a tough opponent. Joe Piper says Bakoyev is shit, like I said. Padded record. Melissa Croden wins by third-round TKO in her UFC debut over Tainara Lisboa.
But I just have to say thank you to everybody that showed up for me and supported me. My friends, my family, my mom and dad and my stepdad and everything. Like, I don't think I could do it without my friends and family and my support network and the people that I see every day at the gym. And yeah, I'm so grateful.
Patty makes it seem like they're trying to do Topuria versus him in January. Patty, why hasn't Sanitizer Boy signed the contract yet? People making assumptions about Topuria now because apparently he's no longer with his wife and he's seen with someone else. Jamal Hill fixing up some knee issues that he never gotten taken care of.
Wrestlers, this is the fight. There is no other fight at heavyweight. This is the fight, and I cannot wait to get to the desert.
Special start time for UFC 321. Main card begins at 2 p.m. Eastern. Order it on ESPN.com/PPV. It is a championship doubleheader. The strawweight belt is up for grabs between Vera Janjidova and Mackenzie Dern as Zhang Weili moving up to challenge Shevchenko. Also, Umar Nurmagomedov. His first action is against Mario Bautista after he challenged Merab Dvalishvili earlier this year. Ranked contenders and champions across the board in Abu Dhabi next weekend. Of Duke Rufus, a legendary kickboxer in his day, turned MMA coach and a formidable one at that. He established a great team in Milwaukee, Rufus Sport. He coached some big-time fighters, the Pettis brothers among them, and Paul Felder among them. You had your best performances under Duke Rufus. I know it's been a tough weekend for you, as it has been for a lot of athletes out there.
Yeah, it really took everybody by surprise. Duke was an absolute legend when he was a kickboxer and as a coach and as a man, and more importantly, as a father himself. He's leaving behind a young girl who loved him more than anything in the world. So we're thinking about the family first and foremost. And Duke he took guys in and became a father figure to so many of us. He was more than just a coach to me. He was more than just a coach to everybody that ever worked with him. I got to travel the world with that man, and he's gone way too soon, and we love you, Duke.
Paul, watching you and Coach Rufus walk out of the octagon here and what he was able to build in Milwaukee, in a place where it's not known for fighting, right? This is basketball, if anything.
No more for drinking.
Yeah, to have the Pettis brothers and then to do what he did with Ben Askren and Paul, Tyron Woodley, he really did make an impact. And I guess what was most special about Duke Rufus was he always greeted you with a smile. It was never anger. It was never anything more than happy, grateful to be where he was, and he will truly be missed. His mind, his commitment to his athletes and to this sport, crazy. Yeah. I'm real sad to hear that Duke Rufus is gone. So to his family, our prayers and thoughts are with you. I always took an opportunity to pick his brain, man. If he was talking, if he had something to say, I was listening.
I lived in the gym, literally in the gym, and every night ended with a long conversation with Duke, not just about fighting, but about life.
Duke was like turning off the lights. Paul, you up?
No, I'm telling you, every day. So I'll miss those talks, man.
Yeah. Duke Rufus, special condolences to his family in Milwaukee. He was 55 years old, gone too soon. Rest in peace.